Robert, in this video, we'll be doing the press conference for Ruben Amorim's game against Viktoria Plzen. We'll be talking about what he said. Malacia was also in the pre-match press conference. He talked about Dan Ashworth leaving, what the players, his transfer targets, his intentions, and much, much more. So let's get straight into it. So I'm going to give you some quotes first, and then I'll kind of dissect the quotes from there and kind of giving you everything that was said in the press. So don't forget to always leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new. And let's get straight into it. So the first thing Ruben Amorim talked about is Dan Ashworth, and he said, one person leaving doesn't change nothing. He said, one person leaving doesn't change nothing. Since the first day, I felt great support from the ownership, from Omar Barada, from Jason Wilcox, and I was part of them. I feel the support from Dan also. This is football, and sometimes these things happen. Said this is a massive club. If you don't win, the coach goes or the players go. I think certainly some very interesting things said by Ruben Amorim, and he ultimately isn't lying. I think you look at Manchester United. He said, of course, it's a bad situation. Like I said, we are talking about a human being, a professional that supports the team. But I think the most important thing, that the vision is really clear and that we don't change if one person leaves. Amorim's intention is clear, and I think there's a clear kind of communication between the hierarchy and the players involved at the club. And that's ultimately what's fantastic. From the manager all the way to the hierarchy, there seems to be that clear communication. And that's something that's absolutely fantastic. So I don't mind that. I think it's great to always have communication. And listen, Dan Ashworth leaving, yes, it's disappointing, and it was a bit out of the blue, but as Omar Barada and as Ruben Amorim said, it doesn't really change the way that Manchester United are planning to go. So that's that on Dan Ashworth. He also said he confirmed that Malacia will be starting for Manchester United against Viktoria Plzen. Now, obviously, I really do like Malacia. I think he did struggle when he come back in that Europa League game, but you always have to remember he hasn't played in a long time. I think he is a very, very decent player. I'm hoping to see if he can get some minutes for Manchester United. That ultimately will be the best thing in the long run for him, to get some more minutes into his belt. We really don't, and we're not expecting too much from Malacia, so the fact that he's playing games is a huge boost for Manchester United. He also said, I'm really focused on my players, to understand my players. I think that was one of the main problems of the club. We have to focus on what we have, focus on the academy, and have a clear profile. When you sign players, there's a lot of details you have to manage. And that was a great question asked, I think it was by the United Stand, about ultimately with the new philosophy coming in, will Manchester United have to change the way they approach in the transfer market? And he said, listen, he said he's focused on the players. He focuses on the players and ultimately what they do, rather than the transfer strategy. Obviously, you will need players for a new system and for new personnel, and that's ultimately something that will be talked about. Listen, it was a very interesting press conference. I'm going to be doing the latest news. After, but I thought I'll just give a quick sort of update. I think it was very interesting talking about Amorim in the press conference, and yeah, let's see what happens. But listen, let me know your thoughts on that situation. Would you want what would you want the team tomorrow, the expectation? It was a very quick press conference. They were kind of the main key points I took. I think it was very interesting talking about the Dan Ashworth situation, because always you have to talk about that. And yeah, that was really about it. So let me know your thoughts. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new. As I said, I'm going to be doing a video talking about Manchester United's left back and the Rashford situation and much, much more. So don't forget to leave a like. As I said, comment, subscribe if you're new. And listen, that game is coming up thick and fast. It's a big game for Manchester United tomorrow against Plzen. It's an early kickoff, 5:45 UK time. I'm excited for the game. It's an interesting game. So let's see what does happen. But this has been the presser reaction. As I said, United are away. It was a quick press conference. I was happy that Malacia was in there. Obviously, that was interesting, to say the least. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Leave a like and subscribe if you are new. One other thing I did want to add quickly. Let me see if that quote's come out. It's really focused on my players. Actually, I'll save it for the news video to talk about it. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you did enjoy. Peace.